morning.
Good morning.
Fixers, good morning.
Morning.
South Africa, good morning.
Morning.
Where's MK? I saw MK. MK Mkonto, good morning.
Morning.
Patriotic Alliance, good morning.
Morning.
Tutula, good morning.
Morning, Commander.
You know, here we are. Good morning, sir. Good morning, officials. Good morning.
Morning.
Our South African Police Services, good morning.
Morning.
We love them. They are here to protect us. They are protecting all of us.
Morning.
They are not just protecting the official who is here to receive our memorandum. I stand on behalf of Action SA as the national spokesperson, as well as the member of parliament responsible, not responsible really, but also serving on the Home Affairs portfolio. Those of you who remember is that I'm not here to speak on Herman Mashaba's behalf, but I am to say and remind South Africans that people like him, including Gayton McKenzie, all the other leaders who started to talk about the fact that we have an illegal immigration problem in our country. They started to label us xenophobic. Today I'm here to advance the notion that says, if xenophobia has a different definition, then we welcome that definition if that means we are patriotic. We are here to fight for our country. We launched last year a campaign called Spaza for Locals, and everybody started to say, well, the Paza are within our control. And some of us are the Paza. Yes. That time will come. You know, when you are in business, there's a thing called low-hanging fruit. Yeah. The Paza, they are low-hanging fruit. There are hours we can take them over. I saw there was a post yesterday that said there was a community that is calling for illegal foreign nationals to come back to their community. Nope. I am proposing that we go visit that community. Yeah. We go help that community renew their minds. We want South Africans who are going to work hard for their country. I just touched down from Zimbabwe. And everybody said, hey, well, now you are going to Chikurubi because your president said ZANU-PF will not stand and land in South Africa. We were saying the oppression of the people of Zimbabwe will not be tolerated by South Africa. And what we are saying is also that when I landed in Zimbabwe, I noticed something very, very painful. Zimbabwe is empty, colleagues. Zimbabwe is empty, colleagues. Even when you fly over, you know, when you are in the airplane, you can sit down. You see cars, you see movement, you see people. People start to become smaller and smaller and smaller. In Zimbabwe, on main highways, you see 2, 3, 4 cars. Exactly. Zimbabwe is empty, colleagues. Now I'm here to say to the people of Zimbabwe and the people are coming from all over the world who are coming to South Africa because of oppressive regimes in their countries. Please take the example of South Africans and do what we are doing for your country. Yes. The president of Zimbabwe is happy to govern over 10 million people. We are sitting with 60 million people plus that we know of. They know that if their people go back to their countries, their governments are going to fall. We are imploring the people of Zimbabwe to fight for their countries. The people of Malawi to fight for your country. The people of Nigeria, can you imagine? Nigeria has more than 300 million people. Yes. They can fight for their country. Rona, we are even 60 million people, as I said, officially or unofficially. We are fighting for our country. And I want to echo what my colleague has said. Being for South Africa is not being against anyone. Being for South Africa is not being against anyone. We are advancing a situation that says there must be sectors in this country that are reserved for South Africans. You cannot have the hair salon being run by people when you also can do hair. Our parents have been the pom-pom, the Penny and Betty. Can we please renew our minds? Our kids are languishing. And maybe as I begin to close, there is something I hate called habli-babli. There is something I despise called habli-babli.
Thank you.
This habli-babli, the people who manufactured, brought that thing and made it fashionable. I have never seen their children smoking that thing in the streets.
Thank you.
Without respecting our parents. was welcome to deal with you if you are doing things that are untoward. South Africans, can we please bring discipline back into our communities? We are being taken for granted because Arita is serious. Can we please take ourselves seriously as South Africans? You can go in any community in our country. I have traveled all over our country. If you go to Free State, Basotho, who are my ancestors, they are governing that Free State. You cannot even sell the vegetables in Free State.
Thank you.
The taxi got Free State, the rana ke Basotho ba batlang ba kena every day and every other day because they can be here for 3 months. You have got, if you go to a place called, if you go to Barking Bight Bridge, we have been there. They cross over Okarba Jampa Strata from where we are now. They just cross the street. And the Border Management Authority is there. The camera, not like this camera that is looking straight at me. Those cameras are facing down. We know that the BMA does not have enough capacity. Well, I see young men and women here. If they need capacity, let them do an advert valid training. They must go and train you guys to go manage our borders there. I don't know if you have seen a video, Carte Blanche. It showed us a video of how our people are taking bribes. Now finally, they are taking those bribes because our government has neglected our economy. We need our economy to be revived. We need our young people to work. And so we thank you very much as Action SA for the progressive people of South Africa who have come together to say we don't care which color t-shirt you wear.
Thank you.
We are combined by the fact that we owe our allegiance to this republic. And then maybe this name South Africa is young. I think we are the only country on the continent after liberation. We stayed with a country that denounced us at some point.
Thank you.
Perhaps we must think about it as South Africans and say, what is the name that's going to unite each and every one of us?
Thank you.
Thank you so much to the organizers.